Hello, hello. Hey, okay, we already started with one. Hello, Leanne. But yes, hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I
Why did you say
don't know
it like
why I always
that?
get, I don't know, I get so awkward at the beginning for some reason. I'm like, hi, we're here. Like, for no reason. But hello, hello. Yes, we're going to be talking about In the Ravenous Dark. Let us know what y'all thought of it. Like, spoiler free at first.
At
Just
least for
because
like the next 10 minutes, probably.
yeah, at least for the next 10, 15 minutes, and then we can go full in. But Sandra, what did you think?
Oh, you just put me on the spot. I spat.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're not gonna say what the book is about?
Yes, we should. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this book is about we have our main character Rowan, and she is a blood mage, but she's pretty much been hiding it her whole life because her father got killed by them. By the government pretty much because he was just like a rogue blood mage. Wow. But she reveals her powers trying to help this girl that she's kind of been banging and um yeah, am I wrong? Don't. And she pretty much gets taken into the palace and she's forced to comply with the palace's rules about blood mages, but she is a badass and she doesn't want to do any of that. So we just follow her trying to pretty much um, screw some stuff up and there's a polyamorous relationship. There's a non-binary character. She's pansexual. I think did I already say poly? I already said poly. But yes, that's pretty much what it's about. Let's see.
Yeah.
40 pages. Yes. You'll probably be able to finish by the time I don't know how fast you read, but you might be able to
If you
finish.
read it in next 10 to 15 minutes, you can do it.
Yeah, I was like, depending on how fast you read, yes, you can read it
It's
real
a really
quick.
fast read, though. Like, do I hold the book the
Yeah.
whole time? I'm just like sitting here.
No, yeah, I'm like, you don't need to.
I'll have it
But yeah,
here.
it's a really
Wait.
fast book, so it should probably take you not long to read those 40 pages.
Oh, look at this. Oh my god, no, wait.
Oh, that's perfect. I don't have
There.
anywhere to set mine unless I put it in the very back on that windowsill.
Oh, that's great. It looks awful. Let's do it.
All
Okay.
right, so what did you think?
My thoughts is that it's the wisest I read the book. But like overall, I like the writing style. I like the beginning of the book. I like that it was like really easy to read, but I didn't like Rowan. I kind of did not like her. I didn't get her decisions and her thought patterns, and just how she acted. And I didn't like her. It made it hard to read a book about a main character that I disliked. So that was weird. And I kind of like didn't like the romance either. And then the plots kind of fell apart. But like I liked parts of it. I liked the ideas of it. I especially liked the how like they control the blood mages and like the secrets that were revealed about the magic. Um but overall, like I had really different kind of expectations, and they were kind of not at all. It was very much like a different kind of book than I thought it would be. So yeah, I it's like in the middle of like 3 out of 5 stars for me.
Okay.
And now you're like, I loved it. 5 stars.
Wait, it says I like the book, but I'm ready to roast it. Okay. So my thoughts, I won't lie, I did love it, but to me, I was reading it and it felt like it gave me the same thrill as like reading a fan fiction at like 1 a.m. Do you know what I mean? Like that weird special thrill. You're like, you know, it's trash, but like you can't put it down. That's what it felt like to me. I was just like reading. I was like, oh yeah, like let's go. And I don't know. I just felt so. I was like so intense at that moment. But I would say I enjoyed Rowan. I understood all of her decisions because she was like in very grieving like the entire book, angry. She was like I feel like encompasses the mentally ill gay. Like that's what she is. Like that's what she, you know what I mean, where she's like, I'm angry and I'm depressed, so let me just fuck some shit up. That's what I got from her. But I liked Rovan as a character. um Sorry, I'm so thirsty for no reason. I enjoyed parts of the relationship. I didn't enjoy like all of it, but I don't know why. I was into her shadow mage for no reason. I was like, so maybe that was just me. But I would say my biggest issue with it or was I think it would have been a 5-star book if the last chapter didn't happen. We could talk about what happens then, but if the last chapter didn't happen, this would have been everything else I would have forgotten about.
I don't
And
remember the last chapter. What
we'll talk
happened
about it
in
later.
the
We'll talk
last
about it later. We'll talk
chapter?
about it later. But if the last chapter didn't happen, I think this would have been a 5-star for me. And then I do think it should have been like an extra 50 or 100 pages longer because it just felt very rushed at the end. Like I was like, we can slow down a little bit. Like we can, you know what I mean? Like a little. It should have been a little more
Yeah,
fleshed out
it
a
was
little bit.
really
But
slow pace in the beginning, and then suddenly everything was going to happen in the end. And I was like looking at the
yeah,
page number, and I was like, we only have like so many pages left.
pages,
How are
like,
you gonna like wrap all this up? Yeah.
yeah, like the pacing was just off, but pretty much yeah. See, the side characters were better than Roman. I was like, I do love the side characters like Jaffa. I love Jaffa. Let's see. No, Rovan was a strange character. I feel like the psychological implements of what happened to her was skipped over. Yeah, because a lot happened to her in this book. I was like, that's just an understatement. So yeah, I think that those parts were glossed over, and we could have talked about them a little more. Like if we had an extra 50 or 100 pages.
Also,
So.
yes, I think like the politics also was very weak. I feel like it was so complex, like what's it called, the conflicts the kingdom had, especially like with the neighboring kingdom where her father came from. And I feel like that was not like what's it called, like explored or as deep as it should have been. It was very much like the easy route. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it feel like it was very simplified since it was like a short novel, but I feel like it should have been much more complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would say about halfway through, I was like, "Oh, let me check if this is a sequel. I might pre-order it." And then I saw it was a standalone. I'm like, "Oh no!" Like, I was like, "What are we doing here?" Like, because I was like, "Oh, maybe this will be like a duology," and then I could see that, like you know, because I was thinking like, "Oh, this is what's going to happen, and this is where it's going to end." And then I saw it was a standalone. I'm like, "How are we going to do this?"
Yeah. It's also really short standalone. Like, it's not like Prior of the Orange Tree, which is like 900 pages. It's like not even 500 pages long. No, not even 400 pages long.
It's 390 in my edition.
Yeah, 392 or something. So it's like 390.
Yeah, something like that.
So like it's not even 400
pages
pages long. And considering like how complicated it should have been, it was very like simplified to be able to wrap it up in one novel, and that was kind of disappointing. Because I could see like everything being much more complex or like explored upon, but since we had the limits of what we were in, it was like, nah, kind of, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
but,
everything dealt. Yes, you were
sorry.
saying.
I was gonna say why I didn't like Rowan. It's like the first impression was so bad for me because this is not a spoiler because it literally happens in the first chapter. But you know, she was screwing that girl on the roof.
Yeah,
and then the girl was falling, and then she was gonna save her with her magic, and I was like, "That's very stupid." I don't know how to describe
listen,
it. Like,
Rowan, okay, listen. I think we had established that Rowan is not smart, not a smart person. Like it was established that in this she makes really bad decisions. She I think it says that she's illiterate and she's trying to learn throughout the book, but she doesn't really care to learn. She's like, I just need to know my sigils and that's it. And then like, you know what I mean? Like she doesn't care to learn. She doesn't.
Yeah, but just because you can't read doesn't mean that, you know, like. But she'd been hiding all her life. She knew her father was literally killed in front of her because of his magic, and she's like saving this random ass girl. And then afterwards, she didn't even care about her. She didn't care. So why did she save her if she didn't care? About her? That's what I don't get.
It was mentioned. It was mentioned later in the book that she did that. That she was like, why didn't you care about me? And I was like, oh. But I think it said at one point, like, why she saved her. She was like, it was kind of a gut reaction where she was like, she wasn't going to let her die because she felt like a lot of people abandoned her and she didn't want to lose anybody else, even if she didn't care about her that much.
Well,
you know what I mean?
She did that, she lost many more people and many more things. So
she wasn't thinking in the moment.
I just feel like she hid. How old was she? 18. So she hid for 18 years. Yeah,
19,
she
yeah.
hid for 19 years of magic, and then she sees some random ass girl she doesn't even care about and saves her. I'm like, girl, just let her die.
Listen, at the beginning of the story, Rowan was a better person than that. I can't say that by the end of the story, but at the beginning of the story, Rowan was better than that.
Yeah, but like I just feel like that action just didn't. I don't know. What does it measure up with the rest of her character? How we see her later? I don't know, like how she like. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, you could say that, but there was a big thing that happened in between that and the rest of the book that would definitely alter
Yeah, but
who
like
she is as a person.
I mean, just like how she grew up and stuff, how she talked about her life, and then that happens, and then like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it.
Gotcha.
I was literally just sitting there like, this is how like her magic gets revealed. Like I feel like the author could have had a different reveal. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
think
it
so,
could have.
maybe, but yeah. But I don't know how else the author could have revealed it without it being not making as much sense. Like this one, I would say makes more sense than I can think of any other reason. Like unless she was like in a drunken. Well, it did say that she was also drunk
No, she was just
and hungover. She was hungover.
Yeah,
I know the hungover will do things.
I
Too.
mean, it could
I
have
feel
just
like maybe
been like,
unless she did.
it could have been like, for example, that they were attacked at home or something, like robbers, for example, and then like she had to save their lives by using magic, like her and her mother. Then I think like she would have no choice but to use it.
But that also wouldn't make sense because as a kid, she was told she can't do that if someone comes to her house. Because that exact same thing happened in the prequel or in the before section, the first chapter, technically. So
yeah, but like if someone tried
robbers
to rob them or something.
making in wouldn't make sense, especially since we just saw it happen in the previous chapter.
Yeah, okay, just something else. I don't know. She could be driven over by. Like, I feel like it would be more sense for a character if she was saving herself. That's what I mean. Not some random ass girl that she doesn't care about. Yeah, that's. Or like her mother. Like, saving her mother makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Rowan hit it and quit it. Yeah. See, I'd say setting a stranger at great risk to yourself is not the strangest thing to do. Yeah, I don't think it's the strangest thing to do.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, let her die.
you're like, die, please. I think
I don't care about strangers.
I think it was like a case of we needed an inciting incident, and this was the most logical inciting incident that the author could think of. That's the thing I was thinking of. You accept it.
I mean, like, this is my main complaint. We like spent 12 minutes me complaining about this one incident in the first chapter. Let's move on. I'm sorry.
Okay, how about this? I was a bit disappointed with the world building.
Yeah, like I said, it could have been more complex. Yeah. The magic was like, yeah. Look, Lessa Real agrees with me. I'm team let her die and save herself.
I mean, personally, I would have let her die because I don't care.
I'm just like,
I understand why
you know that if you reveal your magic, you're possibly gonna die. I understand why she did, but like, you know that when you do it, you're probably gonna die yourself. So I would just be like, is it worth it though?
I think she just stopped caring about her life, honestly. At that point, she was like,
yeah, but like, if she like was in love with her, I thought she was in love with her. I thought they were gonna have a thing, but she didn't actually care about her, and then she doomed her to like death hell instead anyway. So she doomed her anyway.
Yeah. She did do her anyways, but she didn't know that though. She didn't know that was gonna happen. In my defense, she had no clue that she was gonna get punished or anything for that. Anyways, back to the world building.
Can we talk spoilers then?
We're talking about. I think we could talk spoilers at this point.
Well, did the person finish the book?
I don't know. They haven't replied. I'm trying to remember who it was that said it. Oh no, wait. Lessa Real, did you finish the book?
Yeah, we want to know.
Rowan's biggest character trait is her hoarding. Yeah. She's a very horny person. So I didn't mind the inciting incident in the character. See, there's just 2 states in the entire world. Oh, she says go for it, 15 pages left.
Okay. So what I think.
What did you want to say?
I was just gonna say that I think it was really cool. That I think that was my favorite part of the whole book. was that when they were blood mages, they had to control them, and then they had their guardian.
Mhm.
And her guardian what's his name? Avery Reed. I don't know how to say it.
And I was listening to the audiobook while reading, so I should know. But
Someone wrote
I
it in
can't
the chat.
remember.
It's like
I have it somewhere. Avrilios.
It-
I think that's what it is.
Avrilios. Yes.
Avrilios.
Him.
Yes.
I really like that he was her guardian and stuff. And I thought that the whole concept of them just like it makes sense. That part made really big sense of how they were controlled and etc.
Yeah.
Of course, we get revealed things about the guardians, like what they really are, etc. And I've liked all that. But I saw someone write in the Discord that like that reminded me a lot of like Cinderella's dad, because the king had just like kept himself alive, just like Cinderella's dad.
I forgot. I completely forgot about that plot point Cinderella's dead. But you're right. It's exactly. Maybe that's why I like both of these books. Maybe that's a trope I like, when the king is secretly actually still alive. Maybe that's a trope I like.
And like it was like he was just alive, and I was just like, oh my god, we read this book before. Also, we read a lot of like necromancy, death stuff in this club. I don't know why.
Death books. I mean, death books are interesting, but that's random that we keep picking this up. But yeah. I really did like every oh my gosh,
Avrilios.
Yeah, Avrilios as a character. I don't know why. Have you seen Castlevania?
No, but I know what it is.
Okay, well, pretty much the main character. I imagine he looked like him but younger, and so that's why I don't know why. That's just like what came in my brain while reading. So then I just imagined him, and I was like, I get it.
Yeah. So like
maybe
that is also one of the reasons I wish this book was longer, or like if it was like a trilogy or series, because I feel like they literally like just talk to each other. And then later they were just like making out, and she wanted to have a stick inside of her. And I was just like, I didn't understand how the relationship went from like that point to the other point. I feel like there was no build up. The same with the girl. What was her name? Lydia, yeah.
Well, Lydia, to me, Lydia. It felt.
But they literally just like saw each other once, and they were like, let's go make out. Which is fine. Like, I'm all for like starting it out sexually, but then she was like later like, oh, but I love her. And I was like, you like talked to her 2 times.
It felt like to the point where I felt like I was confused if this was supposed to be a YA or an adult, because I forgot what section. Because I bought it. Did I buy it online? I don't remember
how I bought it. What it's supposed to be.
So I forgot, because I was reading it and there was aspects that seemed like YA, but then there was a lot of aspects I'm like, wow, that's adult, or new adult. So I was really confused, because there's like, at least with the relationship and how fast it happened, felt very YA to me, but then a lot of the themes felt adult. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I was thinking the same thing.
So So like it felt a little off, but I was kind of like, that's fine.
Yeah, like I read a lot of YA. I am used to insta love, but the thing was that I wanted really to like this romance because it was a poly relationship, and I was like, I wanted to really like it, but they literally like had no reason to love each other. They were just loved each other, and I just feel like, why? Why did you love each other? I don't know.
Yeah, I felt like the relationship with Lydia escalated randomly.
Yes, they were just like, oh, we like each other, and then later she was like, oh, I love Lydia too, and I was like, since when? Since when?
Yeah, I feel like her relationship with oh my gosh, Avrilios was more explained or like written than Lydia. Well, I feel like I forgot about that Lydia was a love interest for a good part of the book until they would just randomly fuck, and I'm like, oh, cool.
I thought it was going to be the girl she saved. I don't remember her name. B something. That she was going to have a thing with. She actually like revealed her magic to save her. But she was thrown into hell.
I knew like the moment she was introduced that she wasn't going to be a big part of the story. I don't know why I knew it. It just like, it was a weird gut feeling. Then I'm like, we're going to forget about you. I think it's because I immediately forgot what her name was. And I was like, she's not going to be important. Like and she turned out she wasn't very important. But see, did you guys pick up how many times the author wrote that Robin had blue hair? Yeah, there was a lot of times where it would say like her midnight blue hair, and I'm like, I get it. Like,
I don't remember that, but probably.
What
I
color
think
did
they
she
did
have again?
mention. I think they did mention a lot that like they had like an unusual hair color or something.
Yeah, they did. They did. Really try to develop some extent with Aurelius, but they didn't even try. Yeah, they didn't even try
No,
with
no, no, no,
Lydia.
no, no. They were just like, we're gonna
Lydia.
have a polar relationship. I have decided it. They love each other.
Yes, this one right here where it says you used me and I can't forgive it, and then immediately the next time was I missed you. Yeah, literally, and I was like, what happened? It's been like 24 hours. Like,
Yeah, they wanted to use Lydia to like marry the person so that they could escape. I don't even remember what you wanted to do with her.
yeah,
They
they
wanted
wanted
Lydia to
to
marry that
marry.
creep dude.
Yeah, so they can have
Yeah.
conquest or like power over Skylilia. Skylil-
Yeah.
Skill. I'm having a moment, evidently, and both of the places, pretty much. Oh yeah, the
And then she
people
was
of
like,
Skylia,
I will
the rainbow
not be
color.
used. And then she was like, came back and was like, I missed you. Wanna have
She's like,
sex?
I guess so.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
and then they actually
She's like, I
like
guess I'm fine with
basically
that.
had sex. I think they actually had sex. Yes, they did. I don't even remember.
I think they had sex like twice. Yeah, I see a ton of
Mm.
wardrobe color description. Yeah, there was a lot of colors. I was so confused in what people were wearing. I just kind of assumed traditional medieval garb. I don't know why. Like, because that's what I assume. A lot of fantasy just goes medieval, so I just assumed we were going medieval with the appearances because I was confused at how things worked. But wait, there was a comment that I saw earlier that I wanted to talk about. Oh, this one about the world, about how feeling like also in the Never Tilted world, how it felt really small. Because I was like, is there only two kingdoms in this world?
I feel like this is a really normal trait in these kinds of fantasy we read because I think like
Mm-hmm.
if you go into more adult fantasy, it's like many nations.
That's true.
And I literally, which is really random and not gay at all, but like I literally just read a Game of Thrones, and I know that it's one kingdom like Westeros, but it used to be 7 kingdoms, and they all have like different trades and houses, and like a billion people
Mm-hmm.
living there, and they all have their different traditions, etc. And it's so
Oh
like
yeah.
vast, and I'm just like sitting there like, oh my god, just yeah. And I'm reading Wheel of Time, which literally have like 14 different nations and all have names
Mm-hmm.
and like rulers and traditions, and I'm just like, and then we read these and it's like, oh, it's 2 places,
Oh yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah,
okay.
and then and I would say like exactly, and then I feel like I don't know, not to compare it back to Priory of the Orange Tree because I feel like it's kind of a good comparison in a way of like what it could have been, kind of thing. But even when you think of Priory, everything had a land, and I felt like I knew what each land was about, and even like
Yeah,
in a standalone, it did all that, and I'm like, and then this, I'm like, well, where's
I
the
mean,
rest of it?
in Priory we definitely focus in 2 nations, but we definitely also
Mm-hmm.
know there is more. Like
Yeah,
obviously we can't be in every single country in the world. That would be a lot.
and it's
But
standalone. Yeah.
it's just like a lot of books you just feel like, especially in YA, it's just like there's one country and that's it. More
Yeah,
countries,
that's
no.
true. Okay, everyone's talking about the ending. So, do you remember the ending, or do you want me to
She died.
tell
She
you
turned
that?
into a vampire.
Oh
Or
no,
like
but
a
there's more to
revenant.
the ending than just that. Because she turned into
And
a
then other
vampire,
people
and then they
died,
have
and then other people died, like
Lydia turned into a
Lydia
vampire as
died.
well.
And then also they also died, and then Jaya is Lydia's like they are bounded, and then yeah, something.
Yeah, definitely. But I get, well, to the point where we found out that Lydia was dead. Like the what I was talking about, if the last chapter of that didn't exist, the chapter beforehand, it seemed like Rowan was just killed off like their her second self, and I was like, that would be cool if it just ended there and just she died, and then that was the ending of the book.
Wait,
But then
did Rowan die? What are you talking about? Her
well,
second
okay,
self?
here I'll show you. So the last chapter, or the second to last chapter, I think it was like chapter 35.
And then
It
I
ends off
jammed a stake into my own heart.
no, not that one. Chapter
Oh,
35, end of chapter 35, which is page
okay.
383. At the end, it
Okay.
says, I think I feel something, and then it says, and then I'm gone. And I thought that
Well,
meant
why
that
is she
she, like,
gone?
because they had defeated pretty much the Shadow Realm, and the Shadow Realm was disintegrating.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
she
thought
was
that,
in
like,
there.
yeah, and I thought they ceased to exist. And I was like, that would be cool if that was the ending, and then just
For
they
people
ceased to exist.
For people watching, I have actually read a book. I just like forgot what happened. Like I did actually read it. I swear. People are like, "Did she read this?"
Yeah.
I did. I
No,
did. Okay.
yes. No, but I thought that like it had melted, and then I thought they had died, and then they just didn't, and it just felt like we needed to have a happy ending. So let's
When
have a
I
happy
opened my
ending. And I'm like,
eyes, it's under the ceiling lined with skulls
yeah, I
of
saw that. I
all
was like,
my
what are we
waking
doing?
views from the whale.
And then they have sex
Lydia,
right when she wakes up.
did they actually have sex?
Yes, they have sex right when she wakes up in that last chapter.
Oh my god, do you know that one sex scene? Sorry, I'm switching, but you know one sex
No,
scene
you're
when
good.
when they can touch she and the dude Aurelius, and then he like comes before she can come. She was like,
That was
oh,
in
that's
that
too
last
bad.
chapter.
Is that
I
the
think that
last
was in the last
chapter?
chapter.
No,
I think
it's
that was the
earlier.
last
It's
chapter.
earlier. No. That's earlier.
No, I think it
Because
was in the last.
no. When he comes too soon, that's like earlier when like they realize they can touch each other for the first time. That's like when she comes back from that. I think when she like is a vampire. When she
Got
come
you.
back,
Yeah. Either way,
yeah,
that was.
and then and I was just like,
I mean, it's been 400 years since he's had sex, so I understand. Anyway, let's see. They described Jaffa's clothes specifically so much. Yeah, they did. I feel like every time Jaffa walked into their room, they had to explain like what they looked like and like what outfit they were. Well, Jaffa was like the fashionista or like the fashion guru, like where it's like, oh, we're not wearing that, and so I understand, I guess, but. Why do I feel like 60% Rovan suddenly became your average protagonist? I mean, I didn't see most of the things I found usually annoying about her before. Is that usually, are you talking about the spot where she found out her mother died? Because I would understand what yeah. See,
think about
vampires.
it. If she didn't save the random bitch, her mother would now died.
Her mother probably would have died anyway. No, let's see.
I'm
I feel like the
sorry.
characters. I'm joking. I mean, they probably would have tried to found her anyways, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. I feel like the characters in the story kept changing personality to suit the convenience of the plot. Yeah, I feel like if you told me what any of their specific like personalities was, I would probably be like, Rowan is horny, Lydia is horny, Jaffa likes clothes. You know, like I could tell you one thing, but other than that, I'm like, they exist, you know?
I also feel like Lydia's only like role in the book. I know she's the princess, but her only role was just to like be the love interest to the main character. While like Aurelius at least like had like a specific plot driven role. Like he was the guardian, he like was the brother of the dude who worked with the father. Like he was really important for the story. Lydia was just there. And I feel like the author tried to give Jaffa like more things to be like, this character is important. But Lydia didn't even try. Kind of. I don't know how to describe it. Yeah.
Pretty
so like
much.
I feel like the book would have benefited if like Lydia, I guess, was a more thought through character, except just being the princess and having sex with the main character. Yeah.
Definitely. I feel like I remember looking like I think it was like 300 pages in, and I remember thinking, is this book actually poly? Because at that point we had not seen like any. It just seemed like Rowan was having a relationship with Evrios and then having a relationship with Lydia, and then I didn't see a connection. Like if it was actually poly or she just sleeping with two people. And I was like, I had to, because I was like, my understanding of poly is that there's communication that like I'm sleeping with this person and this person, and I didn't think we got that until. Maybe even the last chapter, or like really late into the book.
It was when she came back, and then she had sex with Aurelius, and then she was like, "I want to be with you, but I love Lydia too." And I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Yeah, I know." And then they go and get Lydia, and then Lydia's like, "Oh my god, I missed you." And
yeah, I think I was still like 80% of the way through the book.
Yeah.
I was like,
but it was all in the
really
end.
Random.
It was when she had turned into a vampire, and she goes to Lydia, and then she tells her what happened, and Lydia's like, "Oh, I don't care," which is like, I
don't care if you're a vampire. I don't care. Yeah. I'm like, you don't care that she's a vampire now? Okay. Let's see. The knowing that there's more important to role building enjoyment. Love, yeah, it suddenly felt very Anne Rice at the ending, not where I thought it was going at all. Oh, where was I? I just saw it. Okay, there we go. Ending was too convenient. Shade hell place melted because I was really confused on the whole hell melting part, and I didn't understand how any of that worked. Like, why do we need to break a skull in order to have half of the bridge break, and then like the whole ending battle made no sense to me. I was just like, I'm here for the ride, I guess.
It's because like at the end everything needed to happen so fast. So that is really where I feel like we could have benefited of a bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see. It kind of did the shock of Lydia and Jaffa dying to give all happy. Yeah, it didn't. I was like, what was the point of them dying if we're going to bring them back in the last chapter? Be like, we're going to go have adventures.
Yeah. When Jaffa died, I actually thought they were dead. Because I was like, oh. But then when Lydia died too, I was like, nah, man.
When Lydia died, I'm like, oh, when Lydia died and Jaffa died, I was like, okay, Rowan is going to do something really stupid at the end of this book. And then so that's why I thought, oh, yeah, we're done. I thought it was the chapter. And I was listening to the audiobook and then it said chapter 36. And I'm like, wait a minute. I thought that was the last chapter. And then it kept going and I was like, no, why did we have to bring them back from the dead? It didn't make any sense to me.
But I would rather have like Rowan and Aurelius die than Jaffa and Lydia.
Yeah, I'd rather have them all die. I think it was just good if I knew they were all dead, because I thought that was because it doesn't happen in YA when the protagonist doesn't die at the end in YA books. But I thought that would have been really interesting and different.
I don't actually think it's a YA.
I've seen it everywhere listed as YA, so that's why I was confused.
Never mind.
Oh, and it's in the YA. Oh, and it's in the YA section of Barnes and Noble here.
Don't trust Barnes and Noble.
Well, I know they put stuff in weird spots, but you know what I mean. But I feel like when I look it up, it's like YA is like the top thing, and
besides, she's like 19, and YA is mostly about their age, so she is in YA a bit into new adult because like the sex and stuff. I think.
Yeah, I would count this personally as new adult. It feels more like new adult to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's not a genre, but whatever. See, the fact that
it's not a genre, it's an
age group. Anyway, people say that YA is a genre and on BookTube all the time.
It's not a genre, it's more like a age group, and then they're all really similar, but yeah.
Yeah, and they just have similar tropes in YA.
Yeah.
The fact that Aurelius becomes visible to everyone when Rowan touches him, that was so stupid. I don't understand why that makes sense. We're like, let me just touch you real quick.
I think some parts were like when she was like really powerful, right? And then like it's because like you inherit bloodlines, but they like kind of kill you because your guardians suck up power. It was something there. I don't know what I was going to say. I feel like I guess I wanted more of the magic system because it was kind of put on the side. I guess overall just everything, it was a lot going on, but there was not time to explore everything properly. Yeah. But I did like her becoming a vampire. I thought that was cool. That was fun.
Which one? Rowan?
Yeah.
Rowan?
Like,
okay.
I was just like, let's go and eat people. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I remember saying at one point it was like Revenant. I'm like, Revenant, and then it kept saying things. I'm like, oh, you mean a vampire? Like,
but Revenant
just a vampire with red eyes.
Another word for vampire. I think you can be a Revenant in like, or you can side with them in World of Warcraft in the newest expansion. So everyone was like, oh my god, vampires in World of Warcraft, and that's why I knew what it was. Yeah.
Let's see. To summarize, everyone died at least once. Yeah, I felt like once. I was like, now that I think about it, I felt like death was meaningless in the story, other than Rowan's parents. Other than Rowan's parents, death was meaningless.
If I was going to choose like a necromancer book, I would like choose Gideon the Ninth because I love it.
Gideon the Ninth is still confused. You couldn't even tell me what that book is about if you told me. I'm like, there's just lesbians.
I love it.
I can't even. I might need to have to. I don't have the book, but maybe I'll have to reread it or something. I sold the book.
Tanya's latest comment, though, there was a magic system, but Rowan and Aurelius broke pretty much all the rules at some point. Blew it all out the window. That's why I'm confused. I guess like I didn't I was trying to understand like the magic system we got, and then like 100 pages later, nothing what we learned mattered. Yeah. Like the whole like inherited bloodlines and all that. I was just like, oh, interesting, and I'm like, nah.
No. There was one thing that annoyed me so much. It was in the second to last chapter, and it had established that in the Shadow Realm, if you kiss somebody, like where it could be in the lips, on the arms, whatever, then like you consume them. But then they have a whole makeout session in the Shadow Realm, and neither of them are consumed. And I was like,
Oh my god!
literally, I was reading, and I was like,
No,
what?
I was gonna that remind me that like when she died and he like kissed her and then she got some of his power or whatever. And then like she sucked in some power. Yeah, it was just like powers and stuff going on everywhere. I've forgotten that happened. Sorry.
I don't know. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, wait a minute, did I miss something? I felt like I had imagined that rule, and I was like, no, I know I didn't. I know I didn't imagine that rule.
My mind is just like mind blown right now of how like the magic system just went into rambles. They just did whatever they wanted. That was
See, it's like
convenient.
something you don't realize. Yeah, it's like something you don't realize while you're reading it, but afterwards you're like,
Yeah.
wow, wait. See, I wondered about the kissing thing, and then the kiss with no yeah, they kiss with no consequences, and I was like,
But wasn't
I
that
just
was
felt
that
like,
after she died? I don't remember.
yeah, that was when they were both in the Shadow Realm, which is when I'm just calling it the Shadow Realm. But that's what it confused me, because I'm like, you're both. But then I was also like confused. I thought the Shadow Realm was just the city, but then once the city melted, I'm like, so does it not exist anymore? Like, how does that work? That part never was explained.
I don't know. I don't have the
I don't know
answers.
either.
I'm just like thinking and like I don't have enough brain cells for this, Cecilia.
I know. I was like thinking, I'm trying to connect the dots, and I'm like, I don't understand how this works.
Oh,
I don't
but yeah.
understand.
Is this discussion making you like the book more or less?
I would say less. Before, my rating was a 4.5. Now I think it's a 4. Because I still enjoyed it, but then the issues I had, I was like, because at first I was like, I feel like I gaslit myself while reading this book, because I do that a lot while reading, because I think I'm like, was that an inconsistency? And I'm like, no, it wasn't. No, you're just imagining things. And and then I talked to other people, and I'm like, no, I wasn't imagining things. So that's what it felt like to me while reading this. I just gaslit myself into thinking that no, there were no inconsistencies. You just remembered it wrong. I was wrong. No, I remembered it right.
Yeah.
Was that because they linked to have shared? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I just, as I said, just feel like it could have been longer if it was out of fantasy. And I guess just like I am all for throwing the magic system out the window, because then you like have special things happening, kind of. But then like it also needs to like make sense. I don't know. Yeah.
Or the reason for why they're being thrown out better be good. If you're throwing something out for like something good, then I'm like, all right, yeah. Then I'll just forget that even happened. But if I'm throwing it out and I'm like really confused, and like, I don't know. Now I'm really confused about my rating, because now I'm like, maybe 3.5.
I also feel like
going down.
Like she became a vampire, but how? I don't remember. I think they mentioned it, but I don't remember what they said. But like, how has no one else become a vampire in all that time?
It sounded like they had killed them all, or at least in Scalia, it has happened there. But it looks like in Thanopolis, it hasn't. But I'm trying to remember how they turned into vampires. Like, oh, it's because they said apparently it's because they said like you have to be you have to have the blood magic and the death magic in you. And I guess that hasn't happened.
Did she get the death magic when she kissed him?
Yeah, that's what it said, is that when they kissed, she stuck in some of his magic, like his death essence.
Okay, and then she kissed him more because she was like more. Yeah.
Yeah,
but that was
she was
killing
like,
her. It was killing her. Okay.
It was killing her at that point, but she also didn't care about his safety at that moment. She was like, I'll kill him. I'll kill the man I've been having a relationship with.
Someone also talked in the chat about like a blight. I don't remember that. What blight?
Blight? Wait, what does it says? Also, yes. What is blight?
It was like a blight affecting the land, but I think
is that what the land is called?
Like, no, it was like a blight, like people were dying from it.
What? I don't remember this at all.
way up in the comments. They mentioned someone mentioned the blight. I will see if I can
Now I
find
gotta
them.
look.
Uh,
I feel dumb now. I'm like, blight.
Tanya's tip. On one hand, I didn't look forward to travel through the blight, so I'm glad that didn't happen. Sounded boring. But the blight destroyed the whole world and they didn't
Oh,
do
here it is.
much with it.
Are we sure? Are we? I thought for a second, I'm like, are you talking about the never tilting world? Because he said the blight destroyed the whole world, and I was like, oh, that's from that was the thing in the never tilting world.
Now I
That-
can't remember the never tilting world either.
I
It's the blight like the portal thing that like the other country had, and then they could like talk through it and were like, "Hi."
I don't remember what that was called, but it might have been that. Let's see.
Yeah, who knows actually?
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I feel like it was mentioned maybe twice, and I just kind of pretended it didn't exist.
So yeah, if we're gonna have a short story that people are talking about in the comments, I want a short story with Jaffa.
I think that would be interesting. I think I would like a short story back when Ivrios was still alive at the beginning of all that.
Who?
The person she's in love with, the Shadow Man.
Oh, but we already know what happened. Like the father and brother
We
was
don't know
mean. Boo-hoo.
Okay, but then how was the Shadow Realm created? Because that's what I'm confused about.
Who
That made
cares?
no sense. I care.
But
It says the blight was what they called the destruction of the country outside of the shield. There was a
What
country
shield?
outside of the shield.
Wait, what shield? The shield
What
on
shield?
Skyalea? Which shield?
Is that the shield over Thanopolis? So dumb. Oh yeah, going back 400 years would be cool. I don't know. I just think it would be cool.
No, don't
The
want
blight
that.
was what the shield magic was protecting them from. Most of the world is dead. Oh, how did that happen?
Well, Jace was not explained well.
Yeah, this was not explained very well, evidently.
Is there a map?
There's not. There's just the family tree at the
Family
beginning.
tree. Oh my god, but this like didn't matter at all. Who like had married who and who was dead and stuff. I thought like it would be like complex family. It was like 2 people who mattered. Seriously.
Yeah, literally only there's like what 8 names, and it was all very much explained in the book. So this family tree did not need to happen.
Yeah, but it was just like it didn't matter. Like there was a king who was mean, and then he had a son, and then the son died, but the son wasn't the son, and then they had some kids. I don't even know.
Who knows?
Don't make me lower my rating even more now, please.
No, I've already my rating has already gone down. I think at the moment I'm at a 3.5.
I'm like on 3. Because like I did, as I said, I liked some parts. I thought it was fun. She became a vampire, etc. I just wanted more romance. Like yeah. I feel like imagine this book. Just imagine it, and it has no romance in it. Like no relationship with Lydia and no relationship with the dude. Would it actually be like a super different story? Like except for the fact that she has to kiss him to get that magic.
I think they could have just done a kiss on the cheek with that.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have to do.
Or just like hold hands or something. I don't even know. But
I feel like no, I feel like this book could have gone either one of 2 ways. Either it like got rid of the romance and expanded more on the plot, and like the world. I think it would have been really cool and really dark, and then also not YA. I think that would have been one way, and the other way would just make it a full-on fantasy romance. Like you know what I mean? And actually expand on the romance. It could, I feel like it tried to do both of those things and then just didn't.
Imagine also like if it was 600 pages long. I think that would be good. Also, like we really need to read like a long book for this club. I don't think we read a long book yet.
I don't think we have any long books either in the rest of the year that we've planned. I don't know the page length, but I don't think we have. I'm trying to look at what we got.
I think Never Tilting World was like 500 pages, but it was such a quick read that you didn't feel like it was 500 pages.
Yeah. Maybe we need like a long, like adult fantasy, because I don't think we have adult fantasies, but none of them are long.
Yeah, stop writing so short book, people. Short books, I can't speak.
I know. We need to add a lot.
The January Dead Family.
We'll add one.
Sorry. The dead
No,
royal
you were
family
good.
was using the living one as batteries. Yes, that was it. But,
Yeah.
like those reveals were cool. Like I was like, oh my god, interesting. But since like we've gotten so little time with like the magic system and stuff, and like gotten so little time like getting used to even like how the system worked, and then we suddenly got into a new one, I feel like it just wasn't as impactful as we wanted. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
I
it
like
didn't feel impactful.
no. Also, can I just say that this
Definitely
is our 12th book for Facing Gaze? So it's
not. It's
1
been a
year.
year.
Yeah, this is our
And we
12th book.
started with a necromancy. We started with a death book, and now we're with another death. Maybe every July we need a death book, or June we need a death book.
Who in the comments has read all 12 books? Except me and you.
Except us.
Yeah, except us. That's what I want
I
to
know
know.
that'd be interesting. How many of the books have y'all read so far? That would be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Sorry, we
What
just
everyone says.
totally changed the theme here, but yeah.
No, I
But
mean
yeah,
we are already
12.
45 minutes in.
Yeah. Oh god, I'm just looking at like our like picks. We have so many death
Yeah.
books.
Literally, I was looking and I was like, "That's a lot of death."
Yeah, we love some death.
I forgot. Every time I always forget what our picks are until I look and I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. Sarah, that was a dog. I don't know if you can
Let's
hear.
see.
Sarah said,
Oh, there you go. 10
10.
out of 12.
Wow, which one didn't you read?
I know
I
which
want to
two.
know.
Let's see. Happy anniversary. Yay. Let's see. 11. I think I missed the first few shows. Oh, okay.
Oh, but it's fine. You don't actually want to listen to us talk anyway.
That's my neighbor's dog.
No, it's my dog.
Oh, well, both of the dogs are going off apparently.
Yeah. No, it's
Why
not
is
my
my
dog.
alarm
It's my
going
sister's
off?
dog. I don't know.
Oh. Let's see.
Okay, the dog
I've
stopped.
read 10 and I started reading The Space Between Worlds too. Nice. I just sold that book.
But you didn't. Did you like it?
No, okay. I do, but I only keep books that I gave 5 stars.
So you're unhauling this one.
Probably, yeah. When I tell you, I think the only I'm trying to think of the Faes and Gaze books I kept. I have Black Wings Beating because I gave that a 4.5 because I really liked it. I kept Cinderella's Dead, and The Never Tilting World because I want to read the sequel, so that's why I kept it. But I don't know. Let's see.
So you definitely
those are the only ones I've
keep
kept.
A Dark and Hollow Star.
I sold that like the week. I sold it to a booktuber actually, which I thought was funny. I listed on Depop and it sold like in 5 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, beautiful!" I sold that so quickly. I was like, "I'm not keeping that." Raven Tower, the Bone-Shard Daughter.
Bone-Shard Daughter. Okay, I guess I didn't like it that much. But
those
like,
are the two.
later,
I swear. Both
yeah,
of
but
those
like
were not
later, when I've been thinking about Bone-Shard Daughter, I really want to read a sequel. So,
you do?
Yeah.
I was watching someone talk about the book. I'm like, did we read the same book?
I don't own whole books, so like I will keep them forever.
It's very rare that I will keep a book. I have to love the book in order to keep it. Because I'm like, I don't want to look at a book that I don't like. See, didn't know it existed, but I read the books anyways. Nice. Yeah, I feel like once you get past like the third, you have to get past I think the 35 page when that reveal happens, and then it gets really good. Let's see, Unhauled. Oh, and I'm assuming that Unhauled, Black Wings, not Black Wings Beating.
I actually read a sequel to Black Wings Beating, by the way, last month.
Oh, I saw that on your thing. I need to read it. I'm probably gonna buy the next two.
What's my thing? On my thing.
On your thing, on your video, on your video, on your thing. On your wrap up, your thing. That's funny. Alrighty. Do we have any other things that we want to say about?
Well, we could show the the Ravenous Dark. Sorry, I thought we were.
Yeah, no, I'm like I said. Do we have anything else before we were done talking?
I don't know. I feel like we covered a lot. Everything I want to say. Yeah. Overall, like it's not the best we read, but it's not the worst.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm excited to rank everyone in the end of the year.
I know. Oh, everyone knows it's going to be my least favorite. I don't think anything else is
my least favorite.
I think it's going to be all of our least favorites because none of us really like that book.
But yeah,
Uh,
but when we rank in the end of the year, do we like take all of the books we read or only for that year? That is the question.
I'll probably do 2 lists. I'll probably do one for all of them and then one for this year.
Yeah. Like a whole,
I think that'll be
use a
fun.
lot. I like that we are discussing this like in the live.
Yeah, we're like, why not? Okay.
What
Do
are
we
we
want to
gonna
get into? Do we want to get into our rec that we like our other queer book that we read,
yeah, we could do that first.
or did you want to do the? I was like, or which one do you want to do first? It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. we can show the next few months first, maybe.
Yeah, let's show the
just
next
like
few months.
in case people just want to leave, they don't want to listen to our recs.
Yeah.
So
oh, you wanted to?
Oh no! I skipped.
No. You talk about July.
No. But I mean, like, I have the books, but I forgot the books for this month, so I'm gonna get it. So just like entertain.
Oh,
people. Yeah.
I don't own any of them, so I'll just sit here and read the comments. Let's see. I didn't like Black Queen's beating it fell too. Yeah, I could see that. Especially if you don't like birds. I feel like it can totally not be for you. See, the most favorite is everyone's least. You liked I already forgot what it's called. A Dark and Hollow Star.
No, I think Taniship loves Raven Tower.
Oh, I was like, that wasn't my least favorite. It was just fine.
Yeah. It's not my least favorite. A Dark and Hollow Star is my least favorite.
Yeah, Dark and Hollow Star is my least favorite.
Okay, either way.
Anyway, so our
I always like skip the month we're in and take the next month because I forget which month we're in. But yeah, our pick for July, which we're in right now, we're actually like July soon over because this live is really late.
It's like halfway over.
It's Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse. I actually have no idea what this book is about. Like, actually, literally no idea. But maybe there is a sun that is black.
a black sun. Who knows?
That reminds me a bit of like a Never Tilting World, like, because like one side is dark and other's light.
Let's see. I'm seeing if we wrote anything about it. I just know that there's the main character is bi. It's a sci-fi fantasy, an indigenous Black author. There's some trans rep, some non-binary rep. Looking good.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too. I have the audiobook on accident.
I predict Sandra will love Black Sun. Why?
I'm wondering. Wait, do you think I will like it? I feel like my taste in this is like very like, I swear every other book it's like, I don't know if you're gonna hate it or love it. I'm like,
same. I read another book by Rebecca. I really liked it. But I was like a middle grade. So but I really love that one. So like this is like adult. So I assume that this would like be more even better. Not that middle grade isn't good, I just mean like it would be more complex and stuff. But yeah, so I'm very, very, very excited. And then
I know I've heard good things about it.
Do you have the next books? Do you want me to show?
No, I don't. I have them in the Discord, but I don't have them physically.
I have them all, so I'm ready.
I was gonna buy them once I moved because I was like, I'm not gonna buy them and then have to haul them. So yes, the one for August is Gear Breakers
by Sohan.
I don't know what this one's about. Yeah,
this is like has mecha machines. It's sci-fi. It's YA and it has an FF romance. That's what I know. It looks amazing. I just got my copy like was it last week? A week before. Very new release. Came out like this month. So yeah.
And
I hope I will like this. But I like lately I'm like scared for I guess YA things because like I feel like I miss like some complexity, but I do love YA still. But I hope I will like this a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then September. We're gonna be reading Freshwater, another adult. Is it fantasy? Yeah, magical realism.
Yeah. I think it's a bit like contemporary thing.
Yeah, it's contemporary magical realism, like, and that it's like in our world.
And it's so short. Look at this.
It is really short.
I have the UK.
I'm probably gonna still wait till last minute.
I have like the UK paperback, so it's even like tinier, but it's literally like 226 pages. You can literally read it like the day of the live.
I probably would.
Yeah.
I always wait till the last minute, but yes.
I
Honestly, within
struggle reading
yeah.
this name. I don't know why.
Oh,
Akawake
Akweke and
Emesi.
Mezi.
Akwake
Yeah,
Emesi. Sorry, I need to. Yeah, but I haven't read anything by them. But like,
I haven't even.
I just heard so many
I
good
follow
things.
them on. Me too. I follow them on Instagram, and they always post like such like photos are always like, and I'm like, oh, love to see it. But yeah,
Yeah,
so those are our next 3 months picks.
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
we haven't announced
yeah.
more. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just checking something. Sorry.
Oh no, but we
Uh,
will announce the others when we get closer to those days.
yes.
But yes,
Woo.
it's a bit heavy to binge, as I remember though. Oh yeah, I heard that
Uh,
that it's like theme wise, it's heavy, but page wise, it's fine. But awesome.
yes. Okay, so do you have a queer read? Because I
I
realized that
do.
I haven't actually read like anything queer since Pride Month, kind of. Not like this month. Why
Wow.
are you shaking your head at me like this? Stop judging me. Like everything I read in June was queer. But this month I actually only read one. Oh no! I read another one, but I don't have it
Oh,
physically.
I don't have mine physically either, so you're good.
But I was going to talk about like Sunstone again. I think I've never mentioned it live, but I read this. So this is like a graphic novel, and then there's these two girls that meet online, and they decide to meet and do BDSM together. And then there's a lot of
Mhm.
boobs, and they fall in love, and it's very sweet with lots of boobs.
That's cute.
Yeah,
Lots of
but
boobs.
yeah, like literally a lot. Like yeah, just so much. Either way, but like the other one that I forgot I had read is Psalm
Mm.
for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. I posted a whole review on my channel promoting myself,
I
but
saw
I
that.
got it as an
I saw
art
that.
from that galley, and it's like holds a monk, and they like don't like they feel like they what's it called like don't have a fulfilled life, so they decide to become a tea monk where they like travel around and like help people, like give them tea for their troubles, like different tastes to like calm them and stuff. And
Mm.
then they're like, that is not fulfilling either. So they decide to go into the wilderness and they meet a robot. And it's very cute. It's like friendship and like, yeah.
That's
And
cute. That sounds cute.
the monk, Dex, and like the robot, neither has a gender. So they're just like, oh my god, bonding over it. And I was like, this is adorable. But yeah, it was really, really, really good. It was very short though. It was like a novella, like 160 pages. So I read it in like less than an hour. So yeah.
Nice. That sounds cool. I have to pick that up.
Wait, you can't
All right.
recommend anything yet. I need to open my wish list because I know I'm gonna add it. Yeah, okay,
I'm
I'm
trying to
ready
think of
now.
like, was that? Wait, I'm trying to think if that was the only queer book that I read. I mean, I read one that is the book isn't queer, but the author is non-binary. But I'm not. That's not the one I'm recommending. But that one's still good. But well, the one I want to talk about was Sweet Hand by N.G. Peltier. It is an adult romance. Now, one of the what is it called? One of like it has the I'm wow I can't speak. It's dual perspective, and one of the main characters is bi, which I didn't even know when I started reading it. I thought it was just a straight romance, and I started reading, and then someone was like, and the character says like I'm bi. Yeah, I kissed my best friend like in high school. I'm like oh, and it's like it talks about it
I
probably a
can't
couple times in the
find
book.
it.
I'll send you
I
a link.
can't find it. Okay.
I'll
Sorry.
send you. I'll
Just
send you. No,
interrupting
but
you.
it's really cute. It's pretty much like an enemies to lovers romance. Pretty much there's this one girl and she is the like she has her own cupcake like pastry shop and she's really well known on the island. I think it takes place in Trinidad. She's really well known for her sweets and she has this like rival enemy that they've known since high school, Kieran. I don't know why forgot her name, but his name is Kieran, and he works as like a music producer. And they have a little spat on Twitter publicly, saying that he accidentally says that like, oh yeah, her cupcakes are crap. She probably just freezes them and then reheats them before events, and she goes ballistic, and they end up having to help each other because they are both what was I gonna say? Because they're both one is a maid of honor and one is a bridesmaid. Right. One's a maid of honor, one is the groomsmen into like their friend's wedding, so they have to help plan part of the wedding, and they fall in love, and it's really cute. It gets really steamy. There's like really good sex scenes in it,
I like
and it's like really good.
found it, so I
Yeah,
added it to my wish list.
Yes, it's very good. It's very good. Oh yeah, it's Sweet Hand, one word.
Well, that's what I didn't get. That's why I couldn't find it.
Oh, sorry, I did say that. Yeah, Sweet Hand, one word, because that's the name of her company. But it's like it's really cute. I listened to the audiobook and it was I finished it in like 2 days, and it was so
I
nice.
have actually seen this cover around a lot. Just like
Mhm.
yeah, I've seen people talk about it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm part of the what is it called? The Libro FM like influencer audiobook thing, where you can get like up to like 8 a month for free. And Sweet Hand was one of them. And I'm like, oh, let me listen to it. And it was so good. See, I'm still thinking about
Milk
Milk
Fad.
Fed by Melissa. So I thought this I read Women Love Women, but for some reason I read that as World War II. I don't know why my brain. And I was like, it's a World War II.
I found it. Good.
What genre is it? Oh, it's broader, not border. Or sorry, broader, not border.
I found it at once. Is it good? It says you hate it or love it. It doesn't mean it's sexist. Sorry.
Yeah, you either love it or hate it. I'm like, well, then what did you do? Did you love it or did you hate it?
Okay, it seems like there's loads of sex in it.
Love to see it. It says contemporary 5-star for me. Okay.
Okay, Sarah, I will add it to my wish list.
I'm gonna take a photo because I'm lazy and I don't want to pull mine up.
But when I like
There
add
you
things
go.
to my wish list, I have it sorted into like what it is. So this is like my queer wish list. Queer wish list. For example, if I like need something for like a challenge, then I'll go into the wish list and be like, is this fit the challenge? Like if I need a queer book, for example, etc. Or if I just want to buy a book, of course. But lately I'm just trying to buy books if I know I'm gonna read it soon. Well, I didn't do that in June, but I mean in general. In June I bought like, yeah. That was
it was $5.
Yeah, that was a month. Anyway, we only
that was a month. But yes, we've been about an hour. I hope we see you guys in the Discord.
Yes, and read.
Yes, I think we had a good live.
Black Sun.
Read Gear Break. Oh wait, no, Black Sun. I forgot what month
you skipped
too. Read Black Sun. Read Black Sun. And wait, whose channel we're having it on next month? I don't remember.
I think isn't it Maddie's?
I think it's Maddie's channel next month.
I'm gonna check.
Wait, no, last month it was your.
Yeah, but it's because Maddie got an extra month in 1 month because like we switched around, so that's why it's me again.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Gear Breaker's just Maddie. Yeah.
Gotcha. I forgot what order
we are just confused everyone, so that's why we are like we messed up the order to like fix it around. Yeah, either way, it's actually my channel. I thought it was Maddie's too. So I'm like, either way, doesn't matter. Yeah, you will see me then next month. We will announce the dates for that in Discord and Twitter when we know. We don't know anything ever.
Yeah, we don't know yet, but when we know, the minute we know, we will tell y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you all for watching.
So
12
thank
lives.
you. We'll see you next time. I know. Look at us.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye, y'all.
Bye.